host, Allan, and you're watching True Fate's Full-Time Whistle. I'm joined here by Rob Clothier. How are you doing, Rob?
I'm good. You right?
Yeah, very good. Except the fact that we've lost, so I'm not. We are recording live from North Terrace on Clement Road. It smells absolutely delicious here, but we've got out the rain. We'll come to tell you all about the 1-0 defeat by Arsenal. We had a couple of debuts today. Rob, how did you find the general team performance?
It was partly good, partly bad. Encouraging signs in the first 20 minutes. More than matched Arsenal in the first 20 minutes. I think if we could have got a goal that first 20 minutes, we've at least drawn the match.
Yeah, I'll tend to agree with you. I think we pressed really well. Sometimes we overcommitted with the press, and Arsenal just kind of passed around us, which left a lot of space in the midfield. But I think we, the crowd were really pushing the team forward.
Definitely.
Joelinton had a couple of opportunities in the first half. I thought he held the ball up pretty well and looked quite dangerous. He looks like a good target.
Yeah, definitely. There was, definitely, dare I say, shades of Rondon there. I think there's a couple of long balls up to him, and he seemed to really just take him in his stride, didn't he? Like headers or chest or whatever he was doing. He looked quite comfortable in that role, to be honest. I was very impressed.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought Miggy grabbed the game by the scruff of the neck first half, and he really tried to make things happen. I was really impressed with Isaac Hayden.
Yeah.
Such a huge coup to keep him here, given his form at the tail end of last season. I thought they were particularly our better players. And we sort of went toe to toe with them for that first 45 minutes. We had more shots than Arsenal, even though I think Arsenal probably looked a bit more dangerous on the break. Arsenal, what did you think about their performance? I didn't think they looked that potent.
It's the first game of the season mode, isn't it? They're still almost in pre-season mode. Never really got firing on full never had third gear.
Yeah, in fairness to them, they had about 7 first-team players not in that starting 11. You had a couple of young lads, Reece Nelson, Willems as well, who were in there. So there's an argument to say that they could have been there for the taking. And like you said, if we got that early goal when the crowd had their tails up, and a couple of the new players,
I think in a lot of ways that's what makes it more frustrating, isn't it? The fact we've lost, and there was a result there to be had. And we haven't just not quite been able to do it, and it's always a good. People always say it's a good time to play the bigger teams, the first game of the season because of exactly that reason.
True, and in their defence, you've got actually Maitland-Niles, who was a converted winger. You've got Callum Chambers, who hasn't really done it at the top of the Premier League yet. There definitely was a result. I mean, second half. So we kind of went toe to toe in the first half, but then second half, I did feel like the referee was totally buying into a lot of their play acting and not ours. Like Allan got his yellow card, which seemed to be the right decision. And I haven't seen any replays, but it did seem to be the right decision. But I think Arsenal were ramping up that play acting a little bit. But I mean, the second half, we made a couple of changes. I mean, we basically took off our two holding midfielders in Shelby and Longstaff, and whereas Hayden had been the most furthest forward, who absolutely box to box rather than a deep line.
Traditional holding midfielder.
He's not holding midfielder. So he was good, but then with a couple of substitutions that we made, Willems came on, who was a centre midfielder in Frankfurt in most of the games last season, but he is a natural left wing back. He did actually replace Richie with left wing back. Richie sort of went further forward. Saint-Maximin came on for Longstaff, and then Miggy Almiron came deeper. So you've got Hayden and Allan, who I think are two of the most influential midfielders, dropping deeper. And for me, they were sort of a bit more ineffective in that second half. And I mean, what formation were we even playing in that second half?
I think the players were probably wondering that as well at times. Saint-Maximin looked, he was a little bit lively, wasn't he? He got in on the left.
Really direct, isn't he? And I think that's why he's going to be a crowd favourite, because you saw, there was a chance where he got past Maitland-Niles, but actually the St James's Park skid did him in, just tackled him. Clean tackle, referee, wasn't a penalty. But that was unfortunate, but you kind of saw glimpses of his his direct ability. Miguel Almiron, I believe, far more effective centrally than being pushed out left. So that was a plus, that was a bonus. But I think, you know, our passing was sloppy today, and it was a poor pass towards Willems that ended up being the only goal of the game. Talk us through that.
That was just a shame, wasn't it? I mean, I think, was it possibly Dummett's? Do we think Dummett's pass?
I think it was Dummett's, yeah.
Like I said, I haven't seen any replays yet, but possibly Dummett's just played a little bit behind him, and Arsenal nicked in there, and then of course when it comes to Aubameyang, he's got that quality, hasn't he?
So deadly in the box. He's going to do that.
Yeah.
One of the top goal scorers from last season in the Premier League,
and Europa League. He's a quality finisher, and when you've got someone like that in the box, you just can't give them opportunities like that.
No, and because we got caught pushing out, suddenly our defence were everywhere, and it just, when we brought on our two sort of substitutions in that second half, we just, the lack of shape and formation was quite worrying to me. I think today wasn't the worst we played in a long time. It really wasn't. There was signs of encouragement in the 90 minutes today. However, it just seemed that formation and discipline went completely out the window, and it was a bit like, for me, it was a bit like a teenager playing FIFA Online. He's gone 1-0 down, and he's just like, right, ultra attacking, I'm just going to throw a load of players up front. Because what happened is, I think the two holding midfields that we had and the one up top swapped. So we had only Hayden drop very deep as the holding midfielder, as you said, he can play that, and then you almost have like Richie coming away from left wing back. So him and Almiron were behind Joelinton and Saint-Maximin. But I was honestly working out like what the hell formation we're playing, what's our strategy here, and it just seemed a bit scattergun.
Yeah, it was a bit panicky, wasn't it? So maybe not. Well, yeah, just. Like they were trying almost too hard to get, there's a lot of long balls going forward, and actually, it's what we're doing.
Exactly, but when you push that many players forward to try and hunt for that second goal, we're still in the game at that point. It was only 1-0. Yeah. We left so much space in that midfield for the likes of Granit Xhaka to sort of taking the ball. When Dani Ceballos came on, he liked to run with the ball and pass it off and keep the ball moving. And I just felt that had Arsenal been firing on all cylinders today, they would have absolutely taken advantage of that space even more than they should have done. And Pepe came on and looked dangerous. It looked like he's got some good runs in him, but he was, obviously I think he was struggling with fitness, and obviously I think we'll see the best of him later on down the line. But overall, are there enough positives in that performance, you think, to take away to Norwich that can?
Well, yeah. There's definitely positives to take away, but having watched Norwich at Anfield the other night, I thought they actually played really well against Liverpool.
Certainly that second half. Yeah,
absolutely. And even in the first half, they were creating chances, and we're just going to have to be careful when we go there to keep it tight. And he's probably going to play the three central midfielders again, to keep things shored up. So
I agree, and I think what we need to not do is kind of do that gung-ho thing. And I don't think Bruce will do that away from home.
No.
I think he did it because he wanted to get Saint-Maximin on, he wanted all the attackers on to be able to try and create something. But it just feels like there wasn't enough direction. And in fairness to Bruce and the new players, there's a lot of new blood there. Everyone's come in very late towards the end of the summer because the club didn't get things sorted managerially, didn't get sorted in terms of recruitment fast enough.
Same old story, isn't it? Unfortunately,
yeah, this is what Rafa suffered from this last season as well. But I think it's really good to see Joelinton fit, raring to go, and a couple of the new lads. I did see good spots, and I think there is more to come. There just seemed to be a bit more of the end of Dubravka and Lascelles having words with each other, and I think there's a lot still to be ironed out on the training ground.
Definitely, yeah.
Right, well, I think we'll probably end it there.
I think this is something we're going to do a bit more frequently. So,
yes, this will be a recurring series, so don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Loads of video content on its way, so don't forget to subscribe. Thanks once again to North Terrace for hosting us up Claremont Road, and onwards towards Norwich, where, I think if we press as we did today, and we have that same momentum and enthusiasm from the players, we can go there and get a result, and we
Absolutely.
can destroy
Why
them,
not?
hopefully.
Yeah, fingers
Okay,
crossed.
get in. I've been Adam,
Rob.
and we'll see you very, very soon for another True Faith full-time whistle.